Hello and welcome to Boilerchain, which is my submission for this year's Boilermake Hackathon. So I'll just go ahead and start the server and I'll get right to explaining what exactly Boilerchain is. Boilerchain is basically, as I say in the footer, Purdue's first open source cryptocurrency. It's basically a cryptocurrency implementation that I built from scratch for this hackathon. We can see some important statistics up here, like blockchain length, how many blocks you've mined, how much balance you have, which I'll explain in a minute, and the total number of users on the website. I know it doesn't exactly match up here. This is a test account. Don't worry about it. Of course, as a web app, we have all our standard mobile responsive stuff here. We have light and dark mode. And I guess I'll start off by showing how the authentication looks like. And also, I don't like light mode that much, so I'll switch back. Basically, we have the ability to sign in or create an account. And because I have already made some accounts, I'm going to just sign in to this account. And if you're wondering why the email looks kind of funky, it's because I use temp mail for this just to make my life a bit easier. But now what we can see is we have two different users, one who's mined 1 block, another who's mined 11. Clearly you can see I've used this account a bit more. But now let me just talk a bit about what you see on the screen here. Over here you can see the top users, basically the users who have the most Boilercoin. Over here, you can see the latest block, the most recent block in the blockchain. Now, what exactly is a blockchain? Well, in cryptocurrencies, blocks are basically little strings of data, and a blockchain is basically a list of these strings of data. But the way they're created is in a way such that each block is cryptographically dependent on the previous block. So if you try messing with a random block in the blockchain, you're going to mess up every subsequent block. And that helps keep the entire blockchain secure. And what I did for this hackathon was basically create my own implementation of that blockchain concept. And so what you can do here is either, if you want, you can copy this Python code and generate your own block like locally, or you can just generate it in the browser. And as you can see, you generated it, you can copy it, and then you can submit this block. But let me go mess with the hash for a second. And when I do that, it yells at me saying that my block is invalid and nothing happens. But once I correct the hash, it adds it to the blockchain grows bigger, I get more blocks, I earned 100 Boilercoin for making the computational effort to mine this block, and yada yada. But down here, we can also send Boilercoin. So as an example, if we think sysd doesn't have enough money, what we can do is set the recipient to sysd and give them, say, I don't know, let's try giving them 9,000. Or that's a couple more zeros than I intended, but it yells at me saying that, hey, you don't actually have that much cash. So since we have 560, let's go ahead and send sysd 300. And we send it, and all is well. We lost money, sysd gains more money, and because we actually now have less money than sysd, we actually fall below them. Now, if you want someone to give you money, you have to type in their wallet address. So if I copy this wallet address, go into Safari, and we see that this user, CE, I think, yes, CE has 540 as a list here and up here. What we can do is put our little 400 guy and give this person $100, send it, money successfully transferred. And now if I refresh this page, we'll see that we got some of our money back, which is great. And I guess over here, what you can do is view any block index you want. Say you want to view block index 10, query it, and then now you can see what block number 10 looks like in the blockchain. And yeah, that's pretty much what the app is. On the front end, we have Chakra UI, React, Vite, Tailwind. Authentication, if you couldn't tell, is via Amplify. I don't know if you could see the Amplify sort of theming there. On the back end, of course, we have a Redis database which stores all of these blocks. We have Fast API, and of course Docker helps tie everything together and makes it super easy to start and stop the app. And yeah, that is Boilerchain, Purdue's first and, to my knowledge, only open source cryptocurrency.